Welcome back to another game, and we're in against a 21-46 rated opponent. I'm feeling pretty tired today, and we get 3 pawn. Does that change what we... No, it's that. Maybe this. Yeah, I was contemplating whether I actually wanted to play, because I'm not feeling like it's going to go so well, but I was like, well, you've got to take a growth mindset and, like, you know, long term. It doesn't really matter if I lose, does it? It's all about learning. So if I'm able to play, I should play. So here, if takes, queen check and pick it up. Let's try and put some pressure on early. That opens up my bishop. So yeah, I got low expectations of this game, and our rating had gone up and peaked at like 2270, really, hadn't it? Yeah, okay. C3, interesting. Knight out. If you push, just go back. Is that any good? Maybe I just start with this knight. I probably want to defend against the takes though, don't I? Maybe knight out and takes. We'll try it. Maybe we could also play queen b6. Maybe this. Maybe she's taken. Maybe now I'm threatening queen b6. I think I can see some kind of line of queen b6, and then I've got knight, queen, and bishop, and pawn. 4 pieces attacking it with only. Okay, so I think I'll come back. I think that was my idea. This is the only other square of use, and it's not easy because after this I'd lose the piece, I think. So I'll come back. Feels good for white, doesn't it? But we'll try and get something going on the queen side. This is a scary move. But we'll work something out. E6 is my pawn push. I either play it now or after knight castles, and then rook goes to e8 to support it, because I don't want to. Sorry, I don't want to play knight out and then push because of this. And if I have to block the bishop, then can take, and I can't take back with the bishop. So yeah, I feel like I'm probably be a bit worse here currently. I'm also very happy to trade off bishops, because I find a lot when I play this structure, there's no decent place for my bishop to go apart from g4, but it's only going to g4 to trade itself, and that gets taken away from me if they ever play h3. But yeah, so it goes there, and then you can either kick it away and then just take the knight, and we drop our bishop pair. The other bit, maybe we can play b6, bishop a6. Interesting. Maybe go for that now? think obviously we just want to try and dissolve and infiltrate on the queen side. Could also play this, attacking the pawn. Pawn pushes. Takes, and then here. So it's either this or this. B6. B6, A5. Bishop out. Takes, takes, takes. I can then take with the pawn. That check. Okay, king of 8. B6. A5 takes. B6, A5. B6, A5. Bishop out. Maybe then queen check. Then I can block with the queen. Then takes. I kind of like this. Equally, is this an issue? If I go there and there. I don't think that and then that. Maybe just go with the knight. Don't know. I feel like this gives me a hook to try and create some queenside pressure. I want to get okay. So they play A5. A6. I can take it. Takes. So they've also used blundered. They've also used blundered this pawn. No, they haven't. Queen there. So we castle. Now the pawn is a target. And they didn't take the opportunity to play bishop. Actually, well, they didn't have a chance to. But I think in a logical place your knight needs to develop is to play knight here. It's also semi-logical to play your knight there to support the b5 square. This pawn isn't super easy for them to defend. C4, force back. Is that any good though? B6 here. Takes and then queen takes. And here maybe. Any way of putting more pressure on here. Trading off the bishop. Here. Takes, and then we can try some of this maybe. Maybe my a pawn is a liability, but I think I want to open up lines on the queen side so I can either so this, then I can push. I think I then pick up the pawn. Yeah. So push, kind of got to take, queen will take, some nagging pressure here. Can't castle, play there, I'm taking here. Probably try and defend it, so that's why I think you'll play queen here, and then I play that. No, it's not hanging. That's still not hanging. Then I play there. Takes, castles. Yeah, I think it's worth getting. I've got to get something going on the queen side. And it's nice that I've got this c4 idea. Well, I think I do anyway. I wonder if c4, e5 is something I'll need to look at, actually, when it comes to it. Like c4, e5, bishop, for knight. I can just pick up the pawn for the queen. Yeah, it's basically a trade of the c for the e pawn, which I think is good for me. Yeah, so one common idea is here to trade it for the knight, but okay, and that stops partial plans of that. Now here, asking / demanding a trade there. You can go back, but then I kind of have long-term pressure on this diagonal, which seems really good. So there, takes. And then this knight might come to c5 in the future. You can always just drop back and put pressure on there. Bishop, then I think I play this. Maybe. We might have some sack ideas at some point. I'm going to go for this. Can't put pressure on my queen, so this is fine. Like I said, I feel quite a bit tired today, so I'm prone to just miscalculating and being like, oh, that's attacked 3 times and I'm only defending it twice or something. I was also close to taking that pawn on e4 and getting check and pick up the knight. It could be a valid sacrifice at some point, like if I can pick up the e and the d pawn for the knight, liberate my bishop, keep his king trapped in the middle, it could be more than enough compensation. Saying f5 is a move that I fear at some point, but it's also quite weakening on their side, because they're definitely not casting queen side, they're casting king side. They've moved a lot of pawns already on their king side, so it might not be the best idea. Whereas actually those pawns are the first pieces that have been traded in the game. Usually when that's the case, when you've got 8 pawns, it can feel, well, even with 7 it can feel quite congested, but here it doesn't feel too bad. It still feels quite an open position where the bishops, both of mine, feel like they have pressure. So opponent 2146, 1850 bullet, 18. Yeah, okay. So they go c4. Yeah. Now, like, is this valid? Takes. I've got this. Takes. Like takes. There. Or takes. Kind of, yeah. Maybe this is a bad idea, and then I'm on this pawn. Takes. There. Come back. Or maybe, is this way any better? Takes. Takes, check. Sorry, takes, check. Right there. Take there. Takes there. This pawn again, queen there. I feel like you do get enough compensation, but can I flood with enough pieces to make it worthwhile? Having his king trapped in the middle is obviously super useful, but there. Yes, let's look at this. Take. I'm threatening this pawn. Like I say, I think you'd probably play this. And there. And there. All this. Then what's this bishop doing? It's doing absolutely nothing, is it? Oh, can I go for it? And if I don't, what do I have if I don't? E6. Do I go this way? Or I was originally towards that, but now I think this might have some more merit in it. Bring the other knight over. I'm running out of time. Takes. There. Here. Yeah, I feel like I've got to do it to get some counterplay. Yeah, or do I go this way? Takes. I go back. I think I go this way. Takes. I like that. Well, I played it. Takes. And there. I think takes there. Probably unsound. Only got 4 minutes to try and work it out. Wow, lets me have it. Boo, how boring. How boring. This is semi-interesting. I'm amazed with that. Let's just try and play some active moves now. Yeah, right, let's just play some sensible moves and see if I get overrun on the king side. And I'd like to bring this rook over, march this a pawn, trade it, have a pass c pawn, try and defend on stuff going on over here. See how we get on. That's now hanging. Takes there. Takes there. Castles. Takes there. My route back is here, so if you close this, then I can come all the way back. The other way of cutting off the square. Takes there here, sorry. Yeah, my way back is this. Let's go for it. Okay, over here. Castles, I'm going here. If he comes after me, I'm back here. Okay, now I want to come back straight away. Here feels safe. Is this a move? No, you can take with the knight. What about this? What about that? If you attack my queen, I take your knight. Can you, if you attack there? No, so let's just come back. Maybe knight goes here. Queen here, then knight here. So there. Yeah. I think I'm going to liberate this guy still. Yeah, so maybe even like knight here, take here. Takes. Yeah, if you move your knight, I can take here. And again, if you kind of block it, I can either take the bishop or I can play this. Takes their defense there. Yep, so you can't do that. I'm going to up. This feels sensible. Feels sensible. There's not this. Yeah. This feels like it's going to crack open. I've maybe even got takes, check here. So not quite. Maybe h5 is strong. Okay. just because takes is good. There. This should be the square. What about this? Need to move my queen down. So here, you go back. Let's go for it. This might be a really bad move. One. Takes. I'm going to go for this. Again, don't know if it's super sound, but basically even up 2 pieces for it. Maybe I'll take here. Takes. This might be a big mistake. I want to play. I want to move my king over and bring my rook in, but then this diagonal is really weak. Maybe this is a poor choice. But if I can play f6, maybe it's not so bad. But then I give up d6. But I think that's got to be done. If he doesn't take, I'm going to take here. So it's what currently a rook and 4 pawns for 2 pieces. I'm hoping I'll just have too many pawns at the end, maybe. Okay. Really worried about this diagonal. Rook over, knight there. I think I need to play f6. Pretty sharpish. Yeah, next move's f6, all else being equal. This pawn is a good asset. I'm going to get a rook behind it and push my... rook behind it and push this pawn. Okay, this knight still pins, that's fine, I'm going to play this. Okay. Here. Push here. I can't let him move the knight. I've got to move my king or my queen. Here around the back. No, king move, king. Up. Don't have great retreating options for my queen, do I? Okay, after the pawn, we can take. We can come back. I like coming back. Here's an issue. Oh, here's a big issue. Yeah. Plays that. And comes in with check. So we're going. takes. Queen. So if I move this, I'm also threatening to get in around the back. So my queen doesn't have any squares. So this is the only well, doesn't have any squares. Okay. There, check. That's no good. That's no good. Push the pawn feels viable. So this is an issue. I need to move the rook all the way over here, do I? How do I stop this? Don't have checks. So there. Nope. And 1 second. Brilliant. This is probably also close to mate. I've run out of time. So queen takes. I have to push the pawn. Yeah. Maybe I should have sacked my queen for the rook. Yeah, knight takes. Oh, knight takes and I lose my queen. Brilliant. Yes, this is not ideal. Any counterplay, if there is, it's got to start with check. I think this is resignable, isn't it? I've got a mate and 1 here. I think this is just done. Unless he does something stupid. Is this worth playing on? I don't think so. I think time was my issue there. So d6 is the main response. c5 here scores really well. Interesting. Yeah, okay, fine. c3 takes d5. Then knight h5. Interesting. I'm in 60% of the games here. Interesting. Okay, so 3 pawns play c5, trade, then d5. Noted. This is fine. Oh yeah, fine. Doesn't lose a knight. Coming back. Okay, so we're already +1. That was the best move. Wow. So we're worse, and we go for our speculative sack. +2.5. Doesn't go for it now. We're winning because we're up a pawn. Take the second pawn. Wasn't a big fan of that. Well, it's still good. Oh. This is now plus. Okay, now it's flip-flopped again. -1. c3. Why c3? Queen takes. Then we take here. And we take the bishop. So here you go here. Then we try and swap queens off. Here. Pick up the pawn. And I can come back with the knight then to a useful square. Is that the idea? This feels like trouble though. Knight, all that there. Oh yeah. Yes. All that there. Oh, lots of different ways to win your queen. Okay. Yeah, obviously didn't see that. Still -2. Just put your king in the corner, man. Don't put your king there. pawn. Why did I not take the pawn? Yeah. Yeah. Now we're just in trouble. Yeah. Didn't have enough time. Well played to my opponent.